What if I told you that a small group of people you've never met decides the price of the gas in your car every single week? Or how much interest you'll pay on your student loans or credit card debt? This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is the reality of the Federal Reserve. And today, I'm going to explain what the Fed is and why it matters more to your wallet than you think. Stick with me and you'll understand their game and how to play it. You hear it all the time on the news, right? The Fed raised rates. The Fed is fighting inflation. It sounds complicated, boring, and like something that only affects Wall Street guys in suits. That's what they want you to think. Because when you're confused, you feel powerless. You feel like you have no control over your own money, while others are getting richer. That feeling of frustration. Of being left out of the secret. That ends today. This video is for the 99% of us. For the beginner, the student, the young entrepreneur. We're going to break this down so simply, you'll be able to explain it to your friends. Because financial knowledge isn't a luxury. It's a survival skill in today's world. The Fed holds immense power over your financial future. It's time you understood exactly how they pull the strings. So you can protect yourself. If you're ready to stop feeling confused about money and finally take control, do one thing for me right now. Hit that subscribe button. Join the CapitalLab Pro family. It's free and it's your first step. All right, so point 1. What even is the Federal Reserve? Forget the complex definitions. Think of the Fed as the country's financial thermostat. Its main job is to keep the economy not too hot and not too cold. Just right. If the economy gets too hot, prices for everything explode. That's inflation. If it gets too cold, people lose their jobs and businesses shut down. That's a recession. So the Fed is constantly turning the dial to try and find that perfect balance. It's not a normal bank where you open an account. It's the bank for all the other banks. Your bank, like Chase or Bank of America, borrows from the Fed. So the Fed is like the ultimate boss of the money system. It's led by a board of governors, and its decisions are supposed to be independent of politics. The key takeaway is, they are the managers of the US dollar. And since the dollar is the world's currency, their decisions affect everyone. Okay, point 2. How do they control this thermostat? They have one primary tool, and it's the most important financial number you can know. It's called the federal funds rate. Let's use an analogy. Imagine the economy as a car. The interest rate is the gas pedal and the brake. When the Fed wants to speed up the economy, they lower interest rates. They hit the gas. Borrowing money becomes cheaper. So you're more likely to get a car loan or a mortgage. Businesses are more likely to borrow money to expand and hire more people. The economy goes faster. More jobs, more spending. Sounds good, right? But if it goes too fast for too long, you get high inflation. The price of your groceries goes up. So what does the Fed do? They hit the brakes. They raise interest rates. Borrowing money becomes more expensive. That new car loan suddenly has a higher payment. Your credit card interest shoots up. Businesses slow down their hiring. This cools down the economy and is supposed to bring prices back under control. So when you hear the Fed raised rates, what you should hear is, your debt just got more expensive. And it's now more rewarding to save money than to spend it. Point 3, the other tool, the controversial one. Sometimes hitting the gas pedal isn't enough. Especially in a crisis. So the Fed has another trick. It's often called money printing. The technical term is quantitative easing, or QE. But let's just call it the money hose. Imagine the economy is a thirsty garden. The Fed can literally turn on a hose of new money. They digitally create billions, sometimes trillions, of dollars and pump it into the financial system. They did this in 2008, and they did it again in 2020. The goal is to give the banks so much cash that they have no choice but to lend it out. This is the ultimate hit-the-gas move. It's rocket fuel for the economy. But what happens when you pour too much water into a glass? It overflows. When you create too much money, the value of each dollar goes down. The loaf of bread that cost 3 euros now costs 4. Not because the bread is better, but because the dollar in your pocket is worth less than it was before. This is the hidden tax of inflation. It steals your purchasing power without you noticing. So, money printing can save an economy, but it has a very serious side effect. This brings us to the most important point. Point 4, why this matters to you. Let's connect the dots. Let's make this real. First, your debt. If you have credit card debt, the Fed raising rates directly hurts you. Your variable interest rate will go up, and it will take you longer to pay it off. Thinking of buying a house? Fed rate hikes mean your mortgage will be significantly more expensive. A 1% increase in mortgage rates can add hundreds of dollars to your monthly payment. Second, your job. The Fed's goal of slowing the economy can mean job losses. It's a brutal truth. To fight inflation, they are willing to risk a recession. Understanding their moves can help you prepare for a tougher job market. Third, your savings. The money you have sitting in a regular savings account? When inflation is high, that money is losing value every single day. If inflation is 5% and your savings account pays you 1%, you are losing 4% of your money's power. This is why understanding the Fed pushes you to think smarter. Like finding high-yield savings. Or learning how to invest to beat the inflation the Fed itself creates. They are playing a game with the value of your money. You can either be a pawn in their game, or you can learn the rules and start winning. So, point 5, how can you use this knowledge to your advantage? This isn't about becoming a financial expert overnight. It's about making small, smart moves. First, pay attention to the Fed's signals. They usually announce what they plan to do. If you hear rates are expected to rise, it's a signal to attack your high-interest debt now. Pay off that credit card before the rate jumps. Refinance your loans to a fixed rate if you can. Second, when rates are rising, your savings can finally earn you real money. Look for high-yield savings accounts or CDs. Your cash should be working for you, not losing value. Third, and most importantly, you must outpace inflation. Sitting on cash is a losing strategy long-term. This is why we talk so much about investing on this channel. It's not about getting rich quick. It's about preserving the value of your hard work. It's a defensive move against the Fed's actions. Owning assets like stocks or real estate helps protect you when they devalue the dollar. This knowledge transforms you from a victim of the system into a player. Okay, let's recap the truth. This is the reward for staying with me. The Federal Reserve is the financial thermostat of the U.S. economy, and by extension, the world. They use interest rates as the gas and brakes to control economic speed. Low rates mean cheap debt and a faster economy. High rates mean expensive debt and a slower economy. And when they're desperate, they turn on the money hose, also known as QE. Here's the secret that no one on the news says clearly. Their actions are a direct tax on savers. Inflation, caused by their policies, erodes the value of the money in your bank account. They are actively making your savings worth less over time to encourage spending and borrowing. The system is designed to benefit those who own assets, not those who hoard cash. Your salary alone will not make you wealthy. Not in this system. You have to make your money work for you. You have to invest. You have to be strategic. The most powerful thing you can do today is accept this reality and decide to do something about it. Start learning, start planning, start acting. If this video opened your eyes and you feel more in control, then my mission is accomplished. But it's just the start. For you to continue on this path, I need you to do 4 simple things right now. First, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Don't miss the next step. Second, give this video a like. It tells YouTube that this information is valuable and helps us reach more people. Third, and this is important, comment the word control down below to lock in what you've learned today. I want to see a wall of control in the comments. Let's build a community. Also, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at CapitalLab Pro for daily tips. Thank you for your time. Now go take control of your financial life.